That little girl wakes up every day with no complaints, isn't angry at the world, loves everything. There is no fear.
If only we saw the world the same way a child sees it.
One more try. If I fall again, I won't do it.
Scarlett Guillen has always shared her light with her family, her friends, her world.
She just lights up the room no matter where you meet her. First time you meet her, you're gonna leave with a memory with her in your heart, for sure.
Scarlett is very outgoing. We put her in softball at 4, and she thrived in it. She loved it. She loved making new friends.
Beyond the field, Scarlett also loved the ring. From the moment she first saw her favorite star in 2023.
Charlotte Flair with gold around her waist.
I was watching WrestleMania 39. Scarlett was amazed, just looking at the camera like, who is that? And I said, oh, that's Charlotte Flair. They call her the Queen.
My sister's like, why do they call her the Queen?
I said, that's just her, Mama. She's the Queen of WWE.
Here comes the Queen from the top rope.
We started watching more frequently, and we have not stopped since.
My mom's like, oh, I would just watch a Disney movie. We're like, no, we want to watch wrestling.
If only life outside the ring could be as simple. 9 months later, when she was 5 years old, a doctor's visit and a CT scan changed everything for Scarlett and her family.
They showed me the scan, and they're like, we found a mass in your daughter's brain. I completely dropped. So then, afterwards, I went out and I called Isaiah in, and I think our life changed after that. I never knew it would, but it completely did.
The tumor was DMG, which is a rare form of brain cancer. There's no cure for it. To hear that something invasive has invaded her body that you can do nothing about is just defeating as a father. It's just very defeating.
They told us we only had about 6 to 9 months left with her and to go home and make memories. I was in disbelief, also to a little bit in denial. I remember thinking, okay, what can we fit in 9 months?
Scarlett's calendar would turn out to be different from her doctor's predictions. There would be hospital visits, chemo cycles, radiation treatments. Through it all, Scarlett's attitude never changed.
She's a superstar. She fights through all of it, you know, medicine, radiation, everything. She fights through it all.
Scarlett found an ally in her fight that she never expected while attending SmackDown in September 2024.
I was out on injury. I had torn my ACL, and MJ, who was on our social team, sent me a text message and said, hey, I have a little girl here. She's your biggest fan. Can we FaceTime you? And I was like, absolutely.
I think she was kind of in awe that she was really actually talking to her. She couldn't believe it.
She's not scared to meet Charlotte. She's like, hey, just no fear.
You copied my name.
You copied?
Yes, I did copy. I did. Is that okay?
Yeah.
There was this one little girl that all she wanted to do was meet me, and it just stuck with me.
I say bye.
Bye, sweetie. Have fun.
For Charlotte and Scarlett, a bond was born. Over the next 6 months, they followed each other,
It's gonna make me feel even stronger.
texted each other, dressed up like each other.
I was like, I'm gonna bring them to WrestleMania, and I'm gonna put them in a suite with my family. was the right thing to do.
I heard you finished treatment, so I personally wanted to message you and wanted to see if you wanted to come to WrestleMania next weekend. We can woo together. Woo! Bye, Scarlett.
After Charlotte's match, the two met in person for the first time.
It was very hard to process, like, wow, this is really happening. She's there, they're holding each other. You guys are finally able to connect. And immediately, spark was sparked there, and they've taken off ever since.
The connection stretched far beyond the ring, from athletic events to frequent visits.
She's like family to us now. She comes over. My whole family knows her now. She came to Scarlett's first communion. She came to the after party. She was hitting the piñata. She's told me plenty of times, you're stuck forever with me. To hear that coming from her, it means the world to us.
We're just very grateful to have her in our lives. She's like a rock star. She's like a big sister to me. I don't say this enough to her, but I love her so much.
I want her older sister to know that this doesn't go away if something was to happen.
Scarlett is 7 now, and in the 2.5 years that have passed since her diagnosis, she's fought, suffered, endured against a prognosis that remains terminal.
She doesn't get to see how good life gets to be. She doesn't get a chance. It's not fair.
She does understand certain things are happening to her body. I don't want to scare her. I don't want her to feel any different. But the severity, I don't think it's a weight any kid should bear. I can't dwell in certain moments, and I have to keep pushing forward. Me and Isaiah have always said, we don't want to cry now. We have later to cry. My main thing is I always wanted her to be a kid.
She doesn't have as much energy, but she's still able to enjoy it. She's still able to love the moment, love what she's doing, love where she's at, love who she's with. Just to be around her favorite environment at WWE was just everything to her.
Introducing first, Charlotte Flair!
She was just watching and admiring and loving it all. Being able to actually go in the very front for her match.
I've been in 8 title matches for WrestleMania. First time I'm not in the main event scene.
Here comes Charlotte Flair. Oh!
All those things are secondary to that little girl in the audience. The weekend was just as exciting because I knew I was going to get to hold her after.
After a match watched by millions, a moment just for them.
She was able to pick her up and take her through the crowd. She was able to embrace Scarlett in a way that she's always wanted to embrace her. Just show her, like, you're with me, we're together.
It was amazing. It's heartwarming having those moments that I will always cherish, and knowing that Scarlett felt like one of them. Scarlett felt like a wrestler, like a superstar.
These are like my real sunglasses that I wear on TV. I'm gonna give these to you.
They're not giving up, but I do know that Scarlett's plan is bigger than we understand right now. And even in the short time that I have known them, she has changed my life and my perspective. The magic I'm getting back is knowing that when someone wants my time, I'm giving it to them.